Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survivor. A bunch of people gather in different locations to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Woo! And this time we are doing it not just for ourselves, because as you may have seen on our Instagram and Twitter feed earlier on today, a certain handsome gentleman was telling us all about how we're doing a thing now.
I didn't time that correctly, I'm sorry.
I know, it's terrible. You popped all over me. Not the first time. We here at Eat, Crit and Survivor, we love playing games, and when we play a game for a good cause, it's even better. So this October, we are going to be taking part in the Raise Your Game campaign to help raise money for Dementia UK, with a number of streams throughout the month, starting with this one tonight. Then on Monday, October 4th, we are going to be playing a favourite of ours through the magic of Tabletopia. We're going to be playing Stone Age. It's going to be fun.
Yay!
I believe Laura, me, and Dom are going to be playing that one.
Yay!
That's my first time on Tabletopia.
Yeah, I know. We have a Just Giving page that is set up, which I'm sure Ross will drop into the chat for us.
I can do that, yeah.
And for every pound that we can raise, we'll help fund more nurses so that families can get the specialist dementia care that they deserve when they need it the most. So check out our Just Giving page. We would be very grateful for any donations that you can give to us. So yeah, there's that.
Yay!
At some point, Ross, I might need to send you the overlay that I'd set up so that you can put it on this, just so because it's got the logo on it. It'd be nice. I'll send you that in the break. Just don't want to make things too complicated for you.
I don't want to ask too much of you.
I'll manage. Maybe.
Not much, just enough. So yeah, that's what's happening. I guess.
No.
What?
No.
You don't want to?
No.
No?
You don't want?
No.
Oh.
No, because I know what's coming.
No.
I guess it's time to find out what happened last time. On
No.
Survivor.
Oh God.
So.
Oh, I've forgotten my stuff.
You've forgotten your stuff.
My notepad of all my things.
Oh no.
It's alright, it's only on the other side of the room.
Yeah, it's not a problem. So where we last left off, the Wandering Stars had defeated the Earth giant that had taken over South Peak, Asher's hometown. Connor will be with us a little bit later, just running on a train.
Running on a train, not for a train, on a train.
No, he's running on one. He's running the opposite direction. It feels like he's making a trip. Anyway, and you defeated him and made your way back to the underground city of Mistumar to have some repairs done to a ship and to make some plans. Having made some plans, you returned to the Fey Wild and being your next destination of where to go. And upon arriving in that destination, were immediately smited by a giant thorny bramble of lightning, terror, and death. So much so that it killed the two NPCs that you had brought with you to pilot the ship away.
I feel so bad.
And had injured pretty much everyone else. So with Leela standing on top, on the carpet, and with Cedric, Kalatar, Asher, Foundling, and Lyra all on the balcony, and the burst of electrical energy still surrounding these brambles crackling, Kafina, looking completely shocked at what had transpired, scrambles back into the cockpit and says, I'll take this back. I'll get these two some help. Yeah. Okay. And the balloon vanishes.
Oof. Well.
No, wait, we need. Oh, okay.
Oh. Am I still? I'm not still on the blimp.
No, you're on your carpet.
Yeah, I was just checking that. I definitely said I was going to hop onto the carpet.
Yeah, everyone but Leela was on the blimp. So you're on your own, Leela, now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You're fighting the Lord of the Fey Wild.
Laura's face for a second then. She's like, what?
Wait, what?
Well.
Oh no.
It's not TPK if everyone leaves.
Yeah.
So, with the rest of you now standing upon the balcony looking into what could only be described as the leisure chamber, if you perhaps added a P to the beginning of that sentence.
This is like, this doesn't have to be a family-friendly stream.
Fuck! That's true. Yeah, that's a heads up for anyone who's going to be watching these streams. The D&D ones are not family friendly. The board game ones we're going to try and rein in our swearing somewhat.
It's impossible for me.
It is, as it turns out. Oh shit! Oh wait. But you find yourselves in the order chamber of Velvet.
Oh, we've gone from a leisure chamber to the orgy chamber.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's not leisure. That's hard work.
Yeah, they're two different things, bro.
I don't know. Just hearing that we are having some audio setting issues.
Are we?
It might just literally be on the stream side, on this side, that I had you guys on the too low of a level.
Okay.
Depends. If I am quiet, then...
Oh yeah, Ross, you're real silent, says Zeuskin.
What? I'm silent?
Apparently so.
Oh, real silent.
Who said that?
Yeah, no, Ross, I
Ooh.
hear you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, Zeuskin. He's here. He's paying attention to us.
Okay.
We're doing that more when we're playing our board game streams and paying attention to the chat.
Yeah.
We're able to. D&D is a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
So what's fiddles around with the audio settings?
I can hear it.
We can hear Luke.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have a big microphone right there.
I'll say we can
Peek
hear.
behind the curtain.
You
You
can
can
hear.
hear Luke on the opposite side of. But
So you look around this room and there are cushions, rugs, all sorts of things scattered around the room. Yes.
all that's going through Kelatar's mind is my happy place.
It is kind of, and it's definitely a place that Kalatar could involve himself into some less savoury antics, should he so choose to. There's definitely some big islets on the wall for certain entertainment. But there is also you can see that there is probably recently occupied, because there is a dumbwaiter that is open, and there is a tray which is unwashed, and has some bits of food and fruit that have just been left on there. Some particularly unusual looking purple and silver grapes that are left upon this dumbwaiter.
Do they seem familiar to me at all?
Yeah, they do. There are a particular grape variety that grow within the Fey Wild. They are quite similar to a Merlot grape in terms of taste and the wine that they produce, but they're not as common. They do give a sort of mercurial feel to the wine that they produce. But there is no one in this room.
Well, bother.
Make a perception check.
Yeet your dice.
Well, I once got accused of not throwing my dice hard enough.
Oh,
never heard it.
yeah, that's true.
So, oh yeah, I'm not bad at perception. 16.
16. You can hear that there is some footfall up above you. This is a enclosed room. This is not an open top.
Yeah, I meant in the sky where the meteors just came from.
Oh, I see. You look outside, and where there was originally, there was a sort of an illusionary form of Velma sort of standing on the side. There is now nothing. There is Leela, who is still on her blimp.
On my carpet.
On her little carpet, flying around. But that is it.
Okay. I'll close down Ash's sheet and flash at the same time. That's cool.
Protocon will be here.
Yay! Slides in.
He ran all the way on the train to get here.
Yeah, gets in here faster.
Oh, no audio.
Can't hear
Connor,
you.
you're muted.
I ran to the train,
Ah.
placed my hand on the train,
As the door shut.
to then have an angry man go, "Beep! It's already leaving!" I'm like, "But I'm here!" And then the next one was late. And then the next one I got on broke down.
Oh, God.
So I just sat there on the train
Oh,
with a
dear.
wine, just going, I hate life. I left the convention early so I could get back on time for this. I should have been back at about 5. I got home at about 10
Wow.
to 7.
Oh gosh.
Bless you, mate.
Well, you're here now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it. So, orchard chamber.
Yeah, I'd like to make my way into the orgy chamber with mild trepidation because, of course, it's not my orgy chamber.
Sure.
You have to respect other people's
Exactly.
chambers.
Exactly. So yeah, just make my way in and just kind of.
Just before we go anywhere, just to talk quickly, who thinks that Venomous knew we were coming, and who just thinks that he's more or less omnipotent here? I honestly don't know which is true.
I mean, he's invited us in to talk, so I'm guessing he's here somewhere.
He's here. I'm just wondering if he knew we were coming. I mean, he probably knew we were coming, but did he know we were coming because he was spying on us magically, or because we actually have a traitor somewhere who told him?
Either that, or I mean, there are certain spells which activate when certain things occur. So it could just be that he just had a spell ready for us to when we appeared.
I'd put money on him knowing that we were coming.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to come back eventually. You just had to wait.
I mean, Kafinas did just run away quite quickly, so
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I feel like that's really very unlikely, but
I do too, but she was.
discount anything.
She did kind of spend a bit of time where she was trying to kill us. Not that long ago.
Kill's a strong word.
I mean, she was also a doppelganger, so.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
And she did save us when we fought the stone giant.
But however, we're kind of here. And,
Kind of.
we're kind of already in this very interesting room. Making me feel a tad uncomfortable.
I'm sure we can find ways of making you comfortable.
I don't see a sofa anywhere.
There are several shades lounges.
There are cushions.
I don't see any bean bags anywhere.
Sex feedback.
That's definitely a thing.
If not, it soon will be. Thank you.
Quickly, trademark it.
Thank you, the internet.
He knows we're here now, so maybe we should focus on the mission and worry about how. Or we could just go in and ask him. He is a very chatty person. He probably will brag about how he knew we were coming.
This is true.
He is
That's
one.
a good idea.
He needs a villainous monologue. He needs to tell us his entire plan.
So what you're saying is we need to get him talking, then attack.
Yes,
And we could catch him monologuing.
monologue.
And if anyone knows talking a lot, it is Leela.
Audio cut out. That was so high pitched.
That was
I
Arthur.
think that was a baby.
Ross up.
You're up.
Ross goes on mute.
But yes, if we can get him talking, he does have to talk. Figure out how, and then really, do we really need to do the rest? Probably not. Then we can start. But maybe he's thought about what we were saying, and maybe we might get a chance to turn it around. I mean, depends how much you want to give this guy. How much of a chance? Really, me, I've just got a big gun I want to shoot.
Problem is, he will not let us get into a position where he can't get out of it. There's just no way that's happening.
I am a bit fed up with having to fight every single person we interact with, so maybe if we can have the conversation for once, that would be nice.
See, we tried you last time, and he proved quite unreasonable.
Threw a
Maybe-
planet at me.
Maybe he's had a change of heart.
Maybe he can only do that once.
As he uses one talk slot. Talk chat.
I'm up for anything that doesn't get my face
Okay, let's go.
stoked in, so let's go for it.
Tom, your audio is quite crackly for some reason tonight.
He was just hit with a meteor swarm.
Microphone, it's my laptop, so I have nothing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So there is a door on the far end of the room, which seems to be the only entrance and exit apart from the dumbwaiter that you can see.
Can I check for traps?
Make an investigation check.
And sticky bits of floor.
I'd kind of forgotten how to do a dungeon crawl for a second and completely neglected that there could be traps.
Yeah, traps.
20.
20. Okay.
Your renown is showing.
You look around. Your ears are just fucking going. You find no traps. The door is also not locked.
Ooh.
So I'm guessing he probably wants us to go this way.
I mean, it's only the only way out, but
Before we go and have the conversation, do we want to have a moment so maybe we can just recoup after being hit by several heavy rocks?
I mean, yes, I did take a fair bit of damage because... Ow, blimp.
Do we think we have time to secure this location and rest?
Don't think we have that time.
Maybe those grapes will heal us.
Can I see anything in the room in the way of refreshment that might actually be restorative?
Make a perception check.
healing potions. Is there a benefit to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
8.
28.
Oh, okay.
That's a big difference.
You look around the room and you do find that there are some small, what look to be like snuff boxes.
Ooh.
That as you open them up, they are full of a herb that you actually do recognise. It's kind of like it's like a tobacco like leaf that you do chew, but it does have restorative energy benefits. It's kind of like a cacao.
Cacao nib.
Yeah, like a cacao plant where it's got a lot of energy in there that can be used to restore. It's predominantly stamina based, and it does have certain blue pill benefits.
Well, it might last to like 8 to 12 hours.
Not that long.
No, if it lasts that long, you should talk to a cleric.
Not that long, but it is the Fey Wild, so time's a bit wibbly wobbly anyway. But it can be restorative and it can provide some relief. It causes some strain in some other areas, but it is restorative.
Ow.
I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word at 5th level.
Okay. Cedric, just an FYI, you are not healing. You're in a tree rather than on ground.
Everyone,
I hear your bullshit and I accept it.
everyone gains 9 hit points.
Many thanks.
You're
Ross,
not standing either.
Ross woke up and chose violence today.
Well, that's because Ross joined the stream and Josh jumped the call and was like, I don't have to do anything today. Hey Ross, can you run the stream?
Sorry, mate. Blame Network Rail.
No, it was my fault. There was a driver issue on Laura's laptop and it just didn't want to do it.
Don't blame
There was
him.
a driver issue on Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Actually, it was an electrical fault.
Pretty much.
I will indicate this restorative herb to everyone and maybe not mention the blue pill quality.
Okay.
And I will try to use it.
You're going to use some of it?
Yeah.
Okay. You chew on it, and you do, after a couple of minutes, you do feel a rush of energy. You may roll 4 of your hit dice.
Oh.
Does that mean actually use them up?
It does consume them, yes.
I'm not sure if D&D Beyond will let me do that.
Click it as a short rest,
Yeah, short rest and just.
and just take them off.
So
Lyra.
4 hit.
Yes.
Lyra, how was that?
Go on.
Arousing.
I was about to say, Lyra, you're walking funny, but I went, wait, no.
No, I'm walking funny. So what?
And I do get to add my constitution bonus to that.
Yes. Yeah, it's as if you are using a
Basically a short rest, but instantaneous.
Ooh, yes, please.
With only 4 things.
Yeah, only 4 hit dice.
Lyra, how was that? You okay? Do you feel better?
Yes, that helped a lot. Quite. I recommend it.
Well, if you recommend.
Okay then. I have some as well, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
I'll chow down.
Cedric and Kellatar and Asher take them.
Yes, please.
You're fine.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I presume there was some kind of save that I made.
There was a deck save.
There was a deck save, and I think I rolled like a 26 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ignored everything that happened. That did kill 2 NPCs and almost killed Kathina.
Yes, this meteor sword that finally just went, no.
48 plus 16.
So Leela, Kellatar, Cedric, and Asher can each take these, and you gain 4 hit dice. Well, effectively a short rest. Because as far as taking a short rest benefits, I don't think any of you used anything that you took a short rest. So
53.
30.
53 or 4d10.
No, I have 2d12.
Oh, you did 2d12 and 2d10.
Yeah, yeah, I maximised it, yeah.
That's fair, that makes sense.
I mean, I'll take 36.
Yeah, I got 11, 7, 5,
I
and
got
6,
51.
and then I've got shitloads of con. So
Yeah, you did. That's fair. And Cedric has more calm, but yeah, you did pretty well. Damn! Cedric and Kellatar. It doesn't take long before you realise the property that Lyra may have neglected to mention.
She may not have been aware.
She's also a woman.
Yeah, that
Terrible world.
it's your question off
Offstream.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can discuss later.
Yeah, you two can have that conversation. I'm having none of it.
As a former member of some of the stuff.
Yeah, I know everything. there
So
is to know.
the 2 of you, your speed is halved. Because as you well know, it's difficult to run.
objection.
Cedric strips off naked, unhindered by his clothes. He can run at full speed.
Just go full gin off.
Yeah.
Original model.
Your
Original.
speed goes back to normal, and you get proficiency in the intimidation tactic.
Definitely advantage.
No, I get. I can use the lance weapon.
Your polearm master.
Yeah.
Pretty just bludgeoning damage.
Anyway, before it gets too derailed.
Hi.
Family friendly, guys. Yeah.
Can I
She has a very different meaning than Cedric around.
can I use my spell storing item 6 times?
You may.
Because
How many charges? You've got all the charges.
I've got 10 left. Yeah. Because I got healing word 2nd level in it.
Okay.
Can I, rather than do like 6 rolls, can I just do 1 roll for everyone? Or?
So you're doing it 1 for each person.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, Foundling hasn't taken any damage. And
Okay.
you might want to check how everyone is how everyone's feeling.
Does anyone need a boost? I mean, it's only 2d4 plus 5, but
I'm fine.
I'm
still.
maxed.
I'm 50 hit points away from max.
I'm
Cedric.
feeling well, but would always be welcome to
I'm
have a
happy
cover.
to give a boost to however much people need. I'm about 40 hit points away, so
I've got a bit
I'm
of a
not
boost.
100% you've got a bit of a boost. I
You
don't
have to
know.
put that there.
I don't know if I
Yes!
Gulliver, I don't know if I can heal that.
No, there's only specific things that will heal that.
Anybody else?
I am fine.
Sure.
Cedric has a
Totally fine.
Okay, so it's Cedric, Kalatar, and Leela. So, Lyra, do you need any extra?
Fine.
3 times, so I will roll those.
3 times the healer.
1, 2, 3. Yes. 2d4 So, Kalatar, you get 10 points of healing.
One too many.
That's fine. Cedric, 9 points of healing.
Whoa!
And oh no, I lost the dice.
Dead.
And I get 9 points of healing.
Why can't I roll that well?
I mean, it's only 2d4.
It's 2d4 plus 5, so she's rolled average.
That's all right. Considering how badly I usually roll on
I
health
said that mass
checks,
healing word. I rolled a 2 and 2 1s.
Usually my heal is shocking.
Anyway, so with that healing done,
Yes.
and
Now, do we need to go through the door? Is that the way he's expecting? Or do we try and use the dumbwaiter because that's the way he won't expect?
But is
Or
he
would
expecting
expect.
us to go down the dumbwaiter and actually think that we're double crossing him? Is it a double bluff?
Or is it a triple bluff?
He's invited us in. We should just use the front door wherever we can.
Fair. Sound logic. You just wanted to go in the dumbwaiter.
I mean, if you want to try and launch a surprise attack, but he will probably ask where you are.
I mean, I've been with some dumbwaiters in my time, but that would be a complete...
so as you head to the door,
So just gonna point out, it's probably entirely appropriate that Kalatar is making dad jokes because he is probably a dad many times over.
somewhere. Yeah, the D&D does not have a section about prophylactics, anything like that.
No.
So
Could be amended.
I was going to say,
that's what's coming in the update in 2020.
not all the rules are in the book.
The 50th anniversary. That's what's coming up. D&D birth control. So, what is the marching order as you head to this door?
I mean, I was right next
I realise I don't have my notebooks.
to the door because I was checking the traps.
Yes, you were.
I've been told that violence is not the first port of call, so I'll go at the back.
I'll go somewhere in the middle.
I mean, if
I'll
we're
go
going,
near the front because I've got the big gun.
so if we're going for the talk approach, I probably ought to be near the front.
Oh, and as an FYI, Asher and Lyra, you still have freedom of movement upon you. Leela, your armor of Agathis would have gone because you were hit with the damage. You can cast it twice, as an FYI.
Does a short rest not take
It's the temporary hit points. It doesn't. The long rest does, I believe.
I've not got any temporary hit points at the moment, so that's gone.
So Keltar's at the front. Cedric, you were in the
Walking
middle-ish.
slowly.
Yes.
No. Stealth.
Asher was at the back.
We don't need to walk. We don't need to walk stealthily, Cedric. Oh no.
Can't walk faster.
Who's between Keltar and Cedric?
I'll go next to Kalatar.
Sandwich!
Family, Leela, where do you two want to be?
I'll go.
I said near the front because I've got the big gun.
Okay, I'll swap you with Cedric then.
Okay, I'll go behind Leela.
That's,
I'll go between Leela and Cedric.
that pushes Cedric past the middle to the back.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
I
buddy.
can go with the yeah, it's fine.
Cedric with Asher.
okay.
I mean, that's to a certain extent
Hi,
sensible.
Usher.
Face,
It
face
appears,
forward.
it appears that they don't trust me to talk to anyone.
I mean, it's understandable.
What? What do you mean?
Sometimes you come across too gentle.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Alright. So, as you open the door, you find stairs.
Find trap.
My worst enemy. Stairs.
Stairs that are leading, they're basically going around the outside of the tree, effectively, going up and spiraling down.
Wait, so we're looking out at the outside of the tree.
No, so effectively, from what you know of the width of this tree and this room, effectively these stairs go around the inside the bark.
I
effectively.
On the
understand.
inside of the tree, but on the outside of it at the same time, kind of.
Sure.
So we look.
Normally, those who see themselves as the top people choose to be high, so I suggest we go up.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep, makes sense.
I waddle up the stairs.
All right, you leave the stairs. Are you going stealthily or are you just walking?
I think we should just walk.
I mean, he knows we're here.
That's true.
So
You know what? I'll just cast Pass Without a Trace anyway out of the staff, just so we're like moving
A little
not stealthily but quieter, just to draw less attention to us.
All right. As you head up, you come to a door that has a sign on it that says "Enter the Revelry."
that can only be foreboding.
But it seems to be that the stairs could continue upwards, but you don't know how far they go or where they go to.
Based on the fact that down in that room there was footfall above us, I suspect there could be someone in here.
Yeah.
Here.
Lyra, do you have any idea what the revelry could be?
Sate is known for their revels. That is part of their purpose.
I've never been fond of them. It's the
They-
coffee ones always catch you out.
So what we
We found some stairs. And the stairs keep going, but there's a door that says "Enter the Revelry."
yeah, the coffee one suck.
I quite like the coffee.
Although it is the caramel ones that break your teeth.
Satyr revelry is extreme. It can mortals who get caught in Fey revels can go mad or be caught in them to the extent that they cannot stop and grow and eventually die from exhaustion. That's what I know of revelry in general, and possibly in conjunction, in association with Satan. What this particular revelry means, I dread to think.
So maybe we would be alright to just open the door and have a look. It might be best not to get involved.
Or we could just
Give them wise. Because if there is a danger, it tends to be a case of resisting the impulse to start the party. Who is not feeling in the party mood? I'm not feeling in the party
I
mood.
believe I would qualify.
have we hit this door or are we just passing this door?
You've stopped at the door, and there is it does continue on.
We're gathering round.
We don't have to go through this door.
You don't have to. No.
Good. Foundling is going to open the door and take a peek.
And yet.
I'm gonna just hide against, just back up against the wall. So if anything comes out, it just goes straight past.
Sure. Finally, you open the door and you have a look in. This room looks like it's a cellar to a tavern. There are barrels of what you assume to be wine and bottles of the same surrounding the entirety of this room. In the center of it, there is a huge vat, which seems to be full of a deep maroon wine.
This bitch make wine.
It's almost like one of those big tread pads, but it is does appear to be a vat. Standing and climbing into the vat of wine is a satyr who looks over at you,
Oh dear.
waves,
Oh hi.
and then dives in. And the bubbles sort of rise up and then stop.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, I should parcel this on.
Yep. No body floats to the surface as you're watching.
No one drink any wine while they're here, yeah?
Not now there's been a random goat man jumping in it, no.
No.
I wonder if that was suicide, magical compulsion, or possibly some kind of portal. But I think we can maybe leave investigating it as a last resort. Shut the door.
Okay.
Wine is the last resort. Gotcha.
I'll continue waddling up the stairs.
Okay, continue upstairs.
This feels like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but weirder.
Come with me,
I'll read by sound.
and you'll be in a world of pure inebriation.
I thought you were going to go with intoxication, but inebriation.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, bravo, bravo.
As you make your way up, and you come to another door that looks familiar. It looks like it's the exterior of the door
Oh, don't
that
you
you
dare.
came out of.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't. Fuck shit.
The mirror that we need to turn around.
Please walk back.
I open the door.
It is the order chamber.
So we seem to be faced with a choice between wine or dumbwaiter. The dumbwaiter seems less dangerous somehow.
There is this time, as you look into the room, though, there is a note that is now sat on the cloche that or platter of fruit that was next to one of the chaise-longues.
I read.
Did you not want to come to the revelry?
Oh. Oh, that was him.
There's just a note that says, "Did you not want to come to the revelry?"
Was the satyr venomous?
It was not venomous. It was just it was a different satyr. It was a much younger satyr.
Female.
Doesn't matter to
Does it matter to Keltar?
No, it was more. I wondered off the satyr's name.
There is no signature on this. Lyra, however, if you look at the letter, you do recognise Venomous' handwriting.
What language did he write it in?
Sylvan. You can read all.
Oh, I can read all languages. Yes, I remember. Oh yes, words.
I can words good.
Words.
I know.
He's not exactly a polyglot, he's a polyglot.
Yeah, well,
So he wants us to jump into the vat of wine.
that appears to be what the note is suggesting.
I don't want to. I feel like we should just stay here and wait for him to come here.
Yeah.
Or, as I say, we could try the dumbwaiter.
How big
Huh?
is?
Oh yeah, how big is it?
Not maybe big enough for maybe a halfling, maybe a Leela size, not big enough for a Cedric.
Can we move the dump meter within its shaft?
There are buttons and what looks to be a handle to one side, but as you pull it, or if you look at it, you kind of deduce that this might connect to some sort of bell system. So it's entirely possible that this dumbwaiter stops and ends here
coming.
and goes down to a kitchen of some sort.
I mean, if he wanted to kill us, he'd be doing it by now. So maybe we should just kind of, I think,
Take the plunge.
yeah.
He may wish to corrupt us.
By going in some wine.
I'm waiting for a bugle to play.
Okay, let's just try this, and I'll drink some wine.
Oh, we're not back in that room
You're
yet.
back in the orchard chamber,
Oh,
so
I want to go back in there and drink the wine then.
okay, you go back
to
in.
that room. Okay.
To the back, you wander back upstairs.
Yeah.
Are you just drinking out of the vat or are you drinking one of the bottles?
I'm going to just look around first.
Oh, I was just going to drink out the vat.
Make an investigation check. Cedric, you drink. It is some of the most delicious wine you have ever tasted. It is whole-bodied, it is fruity.
Ooh.
It is delicious.
This is a good wine.
Can you taste the dead body?
What?
That's why I did
Pardon?
that. 34.
Oh, I told you I saw some say to go into this and not resurface.
My investigation is a plus 17, and I rolled a 17.
Yeah. Damn! So, while Cedric is drinking the wine out of the vat, because Cedric is tall enough to just reach in and all of that, you're having a look around, and you find a few things that are interesting to you. You find a couple of coasters, like bar coasters, that are carved out of wood. And let's say you don't read Sylvan, do you?
That's a weird thing to write on a coaster.
You don't read Sylvan, do you?
No, I don't.
They read a language that you do not understand. But they do have what looks as the sort of the symbol, the sort of hammer, the tab on it is a bunch of grapes, where each individual grape is smiling and laughing.
Is that all I find?
No, that's the first thing you find.
Okay, well, I'll pick this up as I go round. Like, I'll take it to counter because I think counter can be.
It reads the revelry.
Do that.
I am going to take that as a memento.
Fair. The revelry,
Whip.
revelry coaster.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Whip.
You also find that there are scraps of paper that have been, as you hand them over together, because they have been, or Lyra, whichever you prefer, where it is written on there is an invitation to come to the revelry and basically an instruction of how to get there. From reading through it and reading through the various descriptions of it, to enter the revelry, it is an old tavern. It's one that was set up a long time ago by Dionysus.
Ooh.
And his travelling band of satyrs that went around spreading wine and all the mortal play. In order to get there, you have to travel through the wine to get there. And it is swimming through this vat.
Yeah.
And once you get to the other side, you arrive at the revelry.
Okay.
So you dive, you swim, you get pished, then you arrive at the tavern.
So it is a portal of some sorts. It's like someone had guessed. Just now thinking, why do I have a plus 17?
Because you swore.
You have expertise in your...
I did pick that, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, because I'm high in a few other things. Carry on with your day.
So, are we taking the plunge?
If that's where he wants us to go, and this is how we're going to do it, I don't see any other way out.
Oh boy.
Hopefully my gun
Or wine through.
What were you going to say, Don?
Does anyone want me to try to tow them through faster, as I'm a fast swimmer?
I can swim anyway, can't I? Water breathe.
I mean, we can all swim.
No, sorry, water breathe.
Yeah, you can have water breathing. Right?
Ash and I both have movement, which will help
Yes.
swimming.
Asher, are you going to take your armour off, though?
Yes.
Okay. The armour retracts into the ring.
Well, that's where it goes.
Yes.
It goes into her ring.
Alright, are you casting water breathing on everyone?
Yes, please.
Okay, water breathing is cast on everyone.
I cast this. I don't know if it'll work on wine, but let's give it a go.
It is cast upon everyone apart from Foundling.
Yes.
Because Foundling got gills.
I am going to attempt to hold my breath and not use my gills as much as possible, because I don't know what's going to happen if I use them in wine. It's not come up yet.
Okay, you're going to hold your breath. Understood.
Just go fast.
Alright.
Fast.
So Foundling dives into the wine, and is everyone going in at the same time, or do you?
Cannonball!
Okay, Telcel's in.
I'll try and like hook the gun onto my back.
Sure.
Chunk. And yeah, I'll do as weird a little dive as I can. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh no, I'm going to scuba dive because it's so big on my back and I'm just going to go
You're
backwards.
going to roll back. Yeah. You probably do the thing that every diver does and clonk your head on the valve
Oh,
as you
absolutely.
fall back in, because that's, terrible position.
Rookie mistake.
It's just what happens.
And I wait for like 6 seconds just to see.
Sure. You watch as your friends sink below the wine and then disappear off from view.
Yeah,
It's
then
not
I'll,
very long, it's very dark red wine, so it doesn't take long before they disappear from sight.
yeah, just in case something bad happened, I can help. But now they're gone. Yeah, then I'll.
Follow?
Yep.
Lyra, Cedric, are you following?
Yeah, basically I just went more or less at the same time as Asher, so yeah.
Okay. So as you swim through, Foundling leading the way, you paddle through. What's your Constitution modifier, Foundling?
+3.
3. Okay.
Yes.
And my speed is 55 feet.
Yeah, you've got no problem here whatsoever. You manage to swim through it. It takes you less than a minute before you see it effectively goes down, and it's like a U-shaped pipe.
What do you mean?
Down.
You bend for wine.
Wine U-bend. You swim down, and you find yourself going. It's completely dark down here, but you eventually manage to get to a point where you can see a shaft of light coming down from above. There is something in the centre of it that is casting a shadow. And as you swim up and swim, break the surface, you are in a very nice tavern.
Ooh.
There are satyrs and centaurs and elves and pixies and sprites and all sorts of other creatures that are happily chatting, singing, dancing, and generally enjoying themselves. You then feel a pour of wine onto your head as you realise you're in a fountain, where there are a series of satyrs just pouring buckets of wine onto your head as the rest of your party follow up behind you and rise up. Everyone who did not hold your breath, you make a Constitution saving throw, 23.
Yes!
Which is everyone, because
I want to get drunk!
Stanley's the only one that.
Con save.
Yes, please.
Good.
You do all get a +5 because you are within 5 feet of that.
Okay.
Damn, I mean,
That. Yeah, alright. Damn. God damn it, Leela's not getting drunk.
Yeah, Foundling's actually immune to this effect, which is quite funny.
Is it a poison effect?
Kind of. Like, Foundling is immune to poisons, and you can consider alcohol a kind of a poison because of how it affects. Kelta?
yeah, because of how it affects Kelatar.
Yeah.
23.
Yep. Lyra?
27.
Leela?
29.
Bless you.
Cedric?
29.
Asher?
27.
Okay.
God damn it! I wanted us to all just be pissed.
I do not partake while
A
working.
hen party in Bristol.
Yeah, it's an unusual hen party where wine is absorbed directly into the lungs.
That's not nice.
Anything getting faster.
Yeah, I did consider how it would permeate into the bloodstream, and that would do it a lot.
I mean, that just sounds out like a normal night out
I
on
mean,
Bridge Street to me.
As you emerge, you are in the sort of southern side of a fountain.
Bridge Street stores.
You look around and you see that this revelry, there are a number of things that are dotted around. You can see that there is a sign at the bar that you can vaguely read that talks about a meal costing a silver piece, a mug of ale costing 4 copper, a glass of fine wine costing a silver, a bottle of fine wine is 3 silver. There are menus dotted around that you can see that are showing the specialties of the tavern. But it is a wonderful tavern. It is very light, very pleasurable. There are some obvious signs of unsavory behaviour happening, but it's Dionysus. There are rooms that are closed off at least for the sexual antics that anyone might be wishing to partake in. But there are
Make a grapple check on Kalatar.
Sorry.
Make a grapple check on Kalatar.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking.
That's all right. I did assume when Foundling jumped out, Foundling had their arms out.
Yep.
You were anticipating going into it. Foundling currently does have their arms out. Just as an FYI. But you see, stood at the, there's a few people just sort of standing around and doing the various jobs they do, but people just seem to be having a good time. Even a couple of trolls here that are just sort of merrily drinking large glasses of wine.
Everyone needs some downtime.
Yeah. People just seem to be enjoying themselves here.
Or in Kalatar and Cedric case, some uptime.
Do we see an exit from the tavern?
Make a perception check.
Stay here. Stay.
Rock the wall.
Off the wall. Let's stay here. Stay here. Get here.
14?
You do not. The only, I mean, aside from the rooms that are clearly indicated as being for, well, for sex and leading to the brothel, the majority of what seems to be here, there are a few windows that look out, but they are quite small porthole windows that only really the smallest sprites and pixies can get through. The main thing you do notice is that there is a very striking woman stood behind the bar who's clearly the innkeeper place. She is a elven female with bright eyes and long fingers and an even wider smile. Her silver hair shimmering like water as she
Carry on.
shimmering like water as she stands smiling at the various patrons. She sees you in the fountain and gestures for you all to approach.
I guess approach.
I'm not an approach. So we're beckoning.
Seeing you coming, she notices Cedric and Galatar, smiles.
Well, you're in the right place.
Hello.
Hello there, sir. Welcome to the revelry. I am Holder Hydron.
Hold what?
What?
Holder Hydron. At your service, ladies, gentlemen, and whatever terminology you would prefer.
Foundling.
And foundlings. What can I get for you?
Do you have any healing potions?
He smiles, reaches underneath the bar, and places a red vial on the table. I do it.
Oh, thank you. Is it free or?
5 gold.
Sure. Thank you. And I'll pay 5 gold and drink the healing potion.
Just a basic healing potion. Give you 4 plus 2.
I'll take it.
That must have been quite a night if you're needing to heal up.
I suppose so, yes. Is it always like this here?
Oh, not always, no. We change it up from time to time. You'll give it a couple of hours and there'll be the burlesque show that is going to come through.
What's that?
Oh, you'll be in for it tonight. We get our various performers and they dance and perform and...
Don't swear a lot whilst
It's quite a good entertainment.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm sure you would enjoy it. Would you like to take part, perhaps?
I've got a lot to carry. This thing doesn't carry itself. And she points to the gun.
Fair enough.
And we are also here on business rather than pleasure, aren't we?
This
Yes.
is
Oh, well, business it is. What business is it that you have of me? Would you like to see the menu whilst you
What's the name of the guy we're looking for?
those?
Say it.
We're here for a meeting with Belamus.
Ah, this is boss. Well, I must say, she leans in sort of conspiratorially and just props up on the bar and looks around, just sort of places it to one side. No. Just to shut her mouth to avoid the sights. Do you know the password?
Oh.
Oh, there was a password.
You said out loud.
Yes. Well, not loud, but
Yes. So she.
No, he seems to have neglected to inform us of this.
Ah, you must have trusted. But if you're worth your weight in copper, then you'd speak the password to earn my trust.
Oh, both guess.
Is there another way to earn your trust?
Put gold on the bar.
And it's very appreciated. She takes it.
Fair. He's not
Put that up above.
Would you like anything in return? But she slides a menu towards you. The menu, there's a list of items on there. There is corn and lentil soup that costs 12 copper.
Yeah.
There is rabbit stew that is 1 copper. There is an ale and cheese pastry that is 7 copper. Brandied ham and carrots that is 9 copper. A grilled fish and carrots for 6 copper. Seared boar and potatoes for 9 copper. And dragon fire mead for 11 copper.
a lot of copper.
Does it have? You know how like some menus have the Wi-Fi password. Does this potentially have the?
Password.
Does not have a password.
God damn it!
Does it have a Wi-Fi password?
No, unfortunately, they are savages.
God damn it! You have to actually talk to people.
I know. No smartphones here.
Hang on, no, I'm thinking the wrong thing. Given what else is going on, does it have a waifu password?
I neglected to ask this. I don't suppose I recognise anyone here, do I?
Make a perception check.
Please.
Thank you, I'll need it.
Definitely.
28.
28. You look around. No one in particular that you know. Not necessarily. There are a few Elandrin that are there, and they do appear to be wearing the livery of your hometown, of guards of your hometown. But the way that it's stylized suggests that it's from a few generations before you.
Right. Okay. And presumably I don't remember anything from my time that might suggest itself as a password.
No, you do not. It was never brought up in your presence. You never came here or to this tree.
I mean, no. No, I wouldn't.
Oh, for benefit's sake, send the menu into the chat.
Oh, nice. Bing.
Menu. Bing.
Many a bings.
She said something about if we're worth our weight in copper.
Yes. She says, if you are worth your weight in copper, you'll speak the password to earn my trust.
What's the total of all of those copper pricing? Someone quick at math.
12.
All the items is 50.
55.
55. Is the password 55?
No. Nice try, though.
Do we have to pay our weight in copper?
No, we get plenty.
We don't have that much copper for me.
Well, if we convert it into diamond.
The first letters of the menu spell I crab GSD.
Not that either. But
I am kind of like a crab though.
you are, yes. Would you like to sit at a table and ponder the menu for a while? I have other customers to deal with.
Yes, please.
Okay, sure.
Go and find yourselves a seat.
Don't think I'd have to engage my brain this evening.
This is like old school dungeon. There's a puzzle.
Always want
Dungeon
Hang
dead.
Are we in Tom's campaign?
I do sometimes throw these mental puzzles at you.
Yeah.
I know Connor's not a huge fan.
There's way too many vowels. No, it's too few vowels at the beginning of those items for it to
I'll have you
spell out
know,
a word.
I completed a puzzle in D&D a couple of weeks ago.
One, is that because you made it?
No, it was one that I could actually move around with my own hands.
It was a jigsaw puzzle.
Pretty much. It was one of those ones where you had to get from A to B, but you had to move the boulders out your way, but you could only push and pull, and yeah.
Oh, like the ones in Pokemon, except you can pull as well.
It was totally designed off the one in Pokemon, yeah. I will offer my one thought.
Go for it.
Okay.
What if you took the 12th letter, the first letter, the 7th letter, and so on and so forth? Maybe it'll spell something.
Yes, I think you probably are right.
That is my one and only thought.
L-R. C.
L-R.
H.
Yeah.
E.
Mhm.
A.
Mhm.
M.
Well, the password is L'chaim.
I was like, L'chaim.
To love.
12th letter of the first one, I.
Yes, I.
Oh.
Now talk
Oh,
about
really?
tripping over at the
Ah.
first bloody hurdle.
Counting.
So,
I didn't say I could count, I can add.
Okay, the
Urchium.
Sorry, Tom?
Urchium.
Lurchium.
I mean,
Merch.
The
Definitely.
password is charity, and if you type in !charity in the Twitch chat right now, you'll get some details on it.
That would be great if I thought to do that. Put a plug in whilst I was doing it.
But if he throws any puzzle at us next session, I've got an idea what the answer might be.
Okay.
Charity.
Yeah.
I got it, Dom, don't worry.
Charity begins at home.
I tried organising them in order of price at the beginning of the letters. That doesn't help either.
You aware that the word dragonfire isn't recognised by the English dictionary?
Or the menu. Maybe that's the password.
That's what it is,
It's been-
dragonfire.
literally
It's
been
underlined.
It's been underlined for us.
He
Highlighting it for you.
He
Just
thinks
to...
that little of us.
While we're waiting, I'm going to order a Dragonfire mead. I like mead.
Nice.
A dragonfire mead is ordered and is placed before you. It's interesting because as it sits down before you, it does look as if it is giving off its own heat haze. As you sort of look closer, you particularly notice, Cedric, that there is a light golden flame that burns on the top of the mead.
I'll take 3. I'm
You
going to
get,
be here a while.
you get 3 flaming mugs of mead. It feels warm going down. It is very hearty, but very delicious.
Slimy, yet satisfying.
Oh, nice. This is a D&D word. It's an anagram. Brain will not work with this. Any other words?
Urchin.
Urchin's a real word.
Urchin at least has enough vowels that it could be a word.
Cedric,
Chimera.
with your
Oh,
perception,
good shot.
I
Good
mean, actually,
shout.
it's a really good shout.
Yeah.
Ah, Luke just says no. Chimera. Is that a word?
chimera is a word.
Is a
How
word.
would you spell it?
But probably
Chimera.
Yeah.
Car, isn't it?
That is a
Chimera?
monster.
yes.
Should we ask if that's the password?
All right now, be like,
Sure.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Is the password Chimera?
Very good little one. across and lifts up the bar flap. And as she does so, you can see that there is a stairway that leads. As she lifts it up, it seems to uncover an illusion. It's sort of like opening a doorway, it's like a rainbow goes across. Which gives a stairway leading up and away from the tavern.
I'll turn around to the guys like really saying like, thank you. What's down here?
What's up there?
What's up there?
Let's say it's a VIP club.
Cool, I've never been to a club before. Is it like this?
It's not as much fun as this, but
Oh,
well, depends on your point of view.
oh okay.
I prefer it down here personally, but I'm a people person.
I can tell you, very, very nice lady.
Yes, my pronouns are she, her. Thank you. Thank you for
Well,
asking.
Thank you for the lovely welcome. I hope the ballet show is everything you wanted, and maybe we'll be back for it. But I think we shouldn't keep him waiting.
You carry on. The boss is waiting for you. Scuffle on upstairs.
Yeah, no, I'll wait for everyone to kind of join, but then I will go.
Okay.
Asher just frantically downing her drinks.
I'm taking both with me.
Which is fine, and it's a valid choice. So as you start making your way up the stairs, you notice that these stairs are carpeted in a sort of red beige-like material, and you are walking up a red carpet that has golden filigree on the outside of the steps. And as you climb up, you can hear there are cheers and roars of commiseration and all manner of things happening up there. And as you open the door, we'll take a break.
Dun, 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 dun.
The red wedding happens.
Please God, no.
We're going to take a break. We will come back in about 15 minutes or so. Cedric, Ross, I will send you the overlay so that you can do that if you want to.
I may attempt it.
It should be okay. It should just be a picture that you can just put on. But we'll take a break. We'll come back in 15 minutes. We'll see you at 9. See you in a bit. And we are back. So, just before we get started, we're going to say again, charity! Press exclamation mark dark charity, and you'll see it pop in the chat. So just saying. For our push for the racial game campaign for Dimension UK. So check out our link to go and do that. Donate money to that wonderful cause.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
So, as you came up the stairs, you step out into a much wider room than you would expect to be here. It's kind of TARDIS. It's kind of like the NEC, like when you're there for a convention.
Jesus.
That sort of size.
Like one room.
Yep. Which is odd because the tree isn't that wide, but apparently this room is
I
that.
hope you've designed this off the actual NEC because I've just got back and got lost so many times. I will be finally in my comfort zone. As long as it's between halls 1 and 12.
You'll be even more so, too. Even more so in your comfort zone, because as you're looking around and you see the various creatures that are stood around, they are gathered around tables of card and dice games. Seem to have entered a casino.
Oh, why did we not do this guy earlier?
On each of the tables, as you're sort of looking around on them, there is sort of mossy green surfaces which have been used for the dice rolling instead of any sort of felt. There is also a silver infinity symbol that circulates inside the moss. A bright-eyed satyr comes rushing up to you in a sort of a black waistcoat, white shirt, bow tie, no trousers. She comes up to you and says, "Hi there! Welcome to the Infinity Casino. Where will you be gambling today?"
I'll turn around whilst also making this noise and go to everyone like,
Anyone to a
That's the ale I've been carrying.
Not for a very long time.
Is this where we find out Cedric's secret gambling addiction?
Oh well, I've
Been
actually
hiding it the
been
entire
sober
campaign.
for 13 years.
Yeah,
Cracks his knuckles, rainbow shuffles the deck. How about we raise the stakes?
Cedric is the founding member of Gamblers Anonymous.
He's the only member.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about how things work here?
Well, certainly. Well, all bets are final, whatever they are, and whatever you choose to bet, it can be anything you want. It's an infinite bet. You can bet whatever you like. As you're having this discussion, you hear someone just say, "Yeah, the bastard stole my bloody... I mean, the things that make honey." Yes, that gentleman has lost his bees.
Oh.
Bees? The letter, you can no longer say bee. Gamble anything you like.
He gambled his word.
Gamble.
Does that mean we can win anything we like?
Yes, as long as it is bet. You can choose the states, and if they are accepted, then, as if you raise them, then yes, you absolutely can.
How do you win someone's biggies?
It's the Fey Wild, darling. Anything can happen in the woods.
I would
You have
say
to own
this
it
is
to bet it.
remarkably open and straightforward for the Fey Wild. Most of the time, people don't realise they're gambling these things.
Well, we tried it sometimes. Sometimes we do like to be a little tricksy. But here, it's all open, and only the highest gamblers do come here. Well, as I say again, what would you be gambling today? You are free to peruse any of our tables. We have Gambit of Ord, we have we have the Hand of Fate, we have various dice games, we have all sorts of things, poker, blackjack, whatever you would like to be playing.
I ain't playing dice games against you.
And of course, you may challenge anyone who is here if you feel you are lucky against them.
I would like to peruse the tables.
Okay. You go around and you see what's going on. Go to one of the nearest tables. They're playing a card game where each of them has a card that's been placed before them. They're looking at it secretly. There are 3 individuals who are sat at the table gambling at this point. And one of them, 2 of them are elves. One of them is a quite rotund giant that's a little bit mossy in patches. It looks like they are a giant that has grown up here. It's a hideous giant as well. And for those who are particularly Fey associated, it's a Fomorian giant. They are sat there and scratches his mossy chin, looking at his cards, and says, "I'll wager your left femur." One of the elves looks at their cards.
Your left femur.
Very well. In recompense, I will take your right arm. It's betting for what they want. They agree.
Half an entire arm.
Yeah.
They both seem to agree to that. The other elf folds.
No.
His leg.
And they reveal the cards, and the satyr, who is sat as the croupier there, looks at the cards and says, "And we have a total of 12 on this side, and for the Fomori..." "Oh dear. I'm so sorry," and waves the hand, and their arm just vanishes and is now being held and has been cauterized. It has been sort of in the position. It's been nice and
Tasteful.
And it's just being held by this individual. Zer. Good hand.
Was that all for the fun, Luke?
It wasn't meant to be, but it was in reference to the cards. It was in reference to the cards.
Yeah.
We go again. I want back. Start gambling again.
Does anyone know or recognize any of these games or know how to play them?
Can I pass the roll and see if there's a game that I recognise?
Yeah, we could. Actually, no, you do know how to play the Gambit board, and you do know how to play the Hand of Fate. So you have spent a bit of time reveling. You do know how to play these games.
Do you think we could just ask for the location of Thelamus?
You would like to see the boss? Would you like to bet against him?
See,
I mean,
Sorry, Tom, I did not hear that. It cut out.
I'd like to see him anyway.
I'm afraid he only will come down to the floor if he is challenged, unfortunately.
Do you feel lucky, Kalatar?
well, I'm a bit of a punk, so continuing the quote.
You're a bit of dry word.
I'll say it.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
You could lose your arm.
I mean, I'm sure there are worse things that could happen, but
You could lose your penis.
I've still got the other side.
Well, there's that then. He's got nothing to lose. There's nothing more dangerous than a man who's got nothing to lose.
I turn to the friendly satyr wearing no trousers and say, yes, I would like to challenge the boss.
There is a silence that ripples out as soon as you say it, and everyone turns.
Wait, what?
And there is a sudden, the lights go out, and a spotlight appears on a staircase that wasn't there before, as the portly satyr appears through a door with sort of dry ice appearing around him. You right?
Just as this is sorry, I know you really want to monologue, but just as this is happening, I want to cast protection from evil and good on Kalatar, please.
Maybe.
That's what Spotlight is.
Just over.
Well then.
I really want Luke to have written like a whole musical number.
Yes.
I guess.
Be our guest.
Had I had enough time and had enough forethought to do that without getting sued, then I probably would have done.
Make your own song.
I know I could, but I'm
Put
not.
a casino to your test. Come and play some games and do some, I don't know, some gambling and
Bring the
something.
money, we'll do the rest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest.
You gotta know when to hold, know when to fold 'em, know when to upgrade.
There you go.
No, now I need to think.
The bar's been set.
Carry on.
Anyway, as he starts coming down the stairs towards you, there is music being played in the background. He is not singing along to it, unfortunately. There will probably be a video after this of where a song will have lyrics to it, so some sort of...
I think we'll get sued for that one.
No,
It's like one of those like after credit scenes of the delete is never included.
Yeah.
Just his musical number.
it's like
15 outtakes where you trip all the time.
it's the 12 minutes of Zemo dancing.
How many times can we hit Luke in the face with a microphone begging for him to just catch it, for the love of God? Yeet.
One.
Oh,
But he comes down the stairs, and as he walks towards you, Kalatar, you feel the ground beneath your feet just slowly sliding towards him. And a table rises up from the ground. Rise up.
Of course it does.
Oh boy. Can we follow him?
Yeah, you can just walk after him.
Yeah.
I say we change and go to a regular table to establish dominance.
The
That's a lovely table, but we're playing over here.
other tables are not there, but he sits upon his chair, and one of the satyrs sits in the centre. The entirety of the room gathers around.
Everyone's there. It's like,
And above you, there is an illusionary copy of what's happening for those who can't see at the back.
It's like Casino Royale, but for nerds.
Yeah, right.
I feel like I'm being watched.
So,
I'm martini.
Kalatar Tarkleby.
Yes, Lord Venoms.
What game would you like to play?
Rock, paper, scissors.
And he will only pick rock.
Rock, paper, scissors, swap.
Yeah.
Well, what are the names of the two that I know?
Gambit of Ord and Hand of Fate.
Can we get a quick description on each of those games?
So for Kalatar, that you would know this, for Gambit of Ord, it is you roll a d8, you keep the score hidden, you can then raise, call, or fold the bet.
Have we played this before?
Yes, a variant of.
Yeah.
You have played this one before, and then you can roll a d6, you keep that secret, and then you roll a d4, and it adds up
yes.
to the one that Matt Mercer did in
Yeah.
Hand of Fate. Or Hand of Fate, where you roll 2d12 and you keep them secret. You can then choose to fold or forfeit and fold the bet, or you can call it and you can raise, etc. And then it's effectively poker, but with d12s. So 3d12 are rolled out, and give you the river, and then you have the flop and etc.
Oh, Texas Hold'em with D12s.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Because obviously there aren't suits, you have five. Why my notes suddenly jumped around? You can have 5 of a kind, a straight, 4 of a kind, full house, 3 of a kind, 2 pair, high card.
God, I want to play.
Yeah, I like the sound of that one.
You are welcome to join in as well, Asher, if you want to.
Absolutely not. I'm arse at deception, and I'm going to need to. But I will be clicking the buttons to play along.
Well, he looked at you and expectantly.
No, I don't know.
What's going to be more dramatic?
I don't know.
Ooh. What do we think?
The Hand of Fate.
Very good. Well then, deal the cards. So take your 2d12s. The cards are slid across the.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Okay. He looks at them. Feel free to open the betting.
I would presume to open, as this is your establishment.
Very well. I would bet the most useful minor spell you have, the most frequently used. It could be used as Eldritch Blast.
I was going to say, it's like, Eldritch Blast, not a clean word.
It's not a cantrip, so it was the most minor magic.
I'm cool.
For the most minor magic that I have.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Very well. Laura, would you like to roll a d12 for me?
Oh shit. This is the first time I think I've actually rolled a d12 for any reason?
Ross and Connor, can you also roll a d12
Connor was
for
like,
me?
please.
I think that might as well keep you all involved somehow.
Yeah, absolutely.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
A 10. Okay. Ross?
Hold up. Got a 9.
9. Oh, hello. We've got D&D Beyond is suddenly on the screen.
Yep, I was showing my roll.
Oh, fair. And it rolled off the screen. I like it. Connor?
Yeah, I mean, it rolled into
5.
A 5. So we have on the table a 10, a 9, and a 5. The bet is with you, Mr. Tartleby.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do remember it. It just hasn't come up.
It just came up right at the very beginning of the game, and then it's never come up ever since because he never used it.
He tells doesn't tell anymore.
He just goes by Kenetar because it's easy to hide. More brave am I? I think. Let's see. I'm going to bet the item that you hold most near to your heart.
Interesting.
But I have no heart.
What, you just keep betting things?
Yep. It's raising the bet. Interesting. Then I would say I would take what you value most dearly. That silver tongue of yours.
I would have said his penis, but
Yeah, but if he doesn't use the silver tongue, he can't use his penis, so.
Money will get you a lot of things.
I was thinking interpretive dance.
You.
Not that interpretive.
You can interpret that any way you like.
Is that technically a call or a raise? Yes, taking the thing that I hold, that he holds dear, whatever it may be, in my tongue.
Ash is all for this.
Really
Fed
love-
with hearing your whiny voice all the time. So at the moment, you're betting an Eldritch Blast and your tongue. That escalated quickly.
Against,
Silver tongue!
against whatever his shittest, most used thing is,
And
which is probably something stupid like Mage Hand.
Ruined her heart.
oh yeah.
Well, that's certainly upping the stakes, I think.
You may call if you wish.
I will at this stage and
Very well.
see what the cards tell.
Very well. Tom, could you roll a d12 for me? Please.
7.
7.
Ta-da!
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Let's see now. Those are the cards that are on the table.
They're the-
Plus the two that
I don't know how you play
They have
this
hidden.
game.
like to poker, basically.
It's Texas Hold'em. There are 3 cards on the table. You then throw the flop. The river comes out. Then
It's the poker words for it.
throw one away, and then you get the
Turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh, clear as mud then.
Do you wish to sacrifice one of your cards at this juncture?
No, I don't think so.
Very well. I will add to the bet then. I would much like the connection you have to that dragon.
Ooh.
Do I think he's bluffing?
You can make an insight check.
Sounds all right for the moment. It's a total of 11.
11. He is hard to read.
Yeah, I thought he
He
would.
seems to be enjoying himself.
I mean, given that I rolled a 1, well, it's relax.
I mean, I'm really clasping at straws here because it definitely does not say this in the spell. But does the protection from good and evil give him any advantage or benefit to that insight? Because it's a fey creature.
No. Nice idea, but no.
I just thought I just.
He's not using any honeyed words or anything
Yeah,
like
fair.
that.
Yeah,
He
fair.
is just-
Yeah, that's fair.
Would she kind of understand that there's a bluffing element?
Leela's pretty smart. She would know that there can be an element of bluffing to it.
Can she try and really look at Velamus to see if she can see any tells?
Make an
Is that-
insight check.
It is an insight.
That's an insight check, yeah.
I mean, I should be doing this as Cedric, really, but you know.
Perception check, right?
I mean, you're
You're
welcome.
not even rolling against me, Ross.
Of course, you're welcome to fold at any time.
So that's 13.
No.
13.
Yeah. I don't see much.
Hard to read.
Yeah.
He has a very good blank face. Just smiling. It's very pudgy Jeff Goldblum is Velmus's face.
Yeah.
That's slightly weird.
Just that's
What,
slightly
from like the Grand Master?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I repeat, that's quite weird. It's kind of what I had in my head anyway.
I don't know why.
But you know, also Satyr. Satyr Grandmaster.
No, I don't know why.
No, you want my connection with the dragon.
Mm.
Wager your connection to the Fey Wild.
Oh.
Interesting.
God, we're gonna top out at one round here, guys.
Interesting.
I mean, once I everything, it's then like, okay, how do I try and win it back without being able to kind of sweet talk?
Yeah.
Very well. I'll call. Dom, could you roll the final dice for me, please?
No, don't give me this responsibility.
I mean, we don't know
So
who's
your
ahead yet.
Fault.
Both of them are probably sitting on one high card and are bluffing their asses off.
That's a 4.
4.
4, 5, 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So what's sitting there now? 10, 9, 5.
7, 4.
Oh, cool.
There's a nice straight draw there if someone's got the right numbers.
I was going to say a 6 and an 8 would be perfect.
Uh-huh.
What scores higher? That or something else?
5 of a kind or a straight would be. A straight is the highest that would be given at the moment.
With the numbers in play.
Yeah. I mean, you could technically get a full house. No, you couldn't. No, you couldn't get a
No.
full. But you could get 3 of a kind, but that's about it.
Okay, fair enough.
If you're lucky, yeah.
Hmm.
Can I
It's a legal bet, so you can keep going. You can go as far as you like.
Sorry, Tom.
speak before anyone says anything else?
You may, yes.
By the way, Velamis, this whole place is completely under your control. You have near omnipotence there. So, what surety do we have that anything here is fair?
My darling Lyra, do not worry. When it comes to games of chance, I am a man of my word. Everything here is fair.
Insight check.
To say insight.
Yeah, I would like to.
Oh, sorry, do I believe him?
Both of you make insight checks. All three of you make insight checks.
May I?
I mean, can I? Because I just don't.
Okay, can we all?
The whole party at once goes, hmm.
Gasp that comes from the room as you ask this question.
Oh, shocking. Should I take the first one?
Lyra, what did you get?
2.
22. Leela.
5.
Galatar.
21.
Cedric.
29.
Asher.
22.
Foundling, did you roll?
Yeah, but it's only a 14, so not really relevant.
Okay, Cedric, Asher, Lyra. He is completely truthful.
My turns into a
Ah. And then in a second, it's going to be a.
oh no, he's not bluffing.
Sorry, Tom?
I'm just saying you are very confusing, Velomas.
Well, you see, when you get old and wise, you get a little bored after a while, and what's the fun of, if you know everything, you take it away from the enjoyment of the game?
I mean, yes, I can understand that, but why gamble while you're in the middle of attempted world domination and destruction? That seems like a bad idea. Unwise, you might say.
Depends on the cards you have.
And you seem inclined to disbelieve you when you say things like that.
Galatar, raise the bets. You may fold if you wish.
Yes, you lose everything basically.
I basically just hand him everything.
Yes.
Oh.
He's gone so deep in, he almost might as well continue, but the problem is that
Exactly.
you're only going to escalate the bets from here.
Yeah.
It is well called. There's no benefit folding here.
No.
Understand.
The problem is if you... I mean, we're just talking poker strats here, so I'll just be quiet for now.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as we are at the final round of betting, my friends and I after a set of collector's items. I would wager your soul.
Interesting. Then I would counter that you and your friends be never allowed to return to the Fey Wild.
I immediately look at Lyra. I'll be like, oh. Excuse me. Oh, cool.
Very well.
Oh boy.
Takes his cards. Turns 1 to reveal a 12.
Okay.
Turns the second to reveal a 12.
Okay. I turn 1 and also reveal a 12. turn the other.
Hmm.
It'd be a 10.
High pair it is.
God damn it.
Well, Kalatar, that was a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed that.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you
Oh dear.
ever so much for playing. As he reaches his hand out
Mm-hmm.
and pulls the cards back towards him, and you feel that connection that you've had built with Belgabad ripped from you. You feel that acid burn as the scales that claw across your arm are pulled out individually, and that connection you just hear roar come from you. With it, the Eldritch Blast energy floats and is pulled with, as well as a silver tongue that floats. Your charisma becomes 1.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I thought you were literally betting your tongue and you were about to
Yeah,
talk,
I
so
was-
I mean...
Nah, still.
I don't know what's better or not, but...
But you can still cast spells.
It's alright, guys, we're not going to get ejected from the Fey Wild. I've got the perfect loophole. He said we can't return, so if we just never leave.
He's not wrong. I have a feeling he's about to not be very right, but he's not wrong.
Well, that was good. A good game. Well played, Kalatar.
Cover.
Yes, quite. Anyone else?
Well, I feel we're kind of committed at this point, aren't we?
You are still welcome in the casino for the moment, at least, until the day's end. You've not incited any violence yet. Mortal day. I see your confusion. We do have cycles here. After all, there is still plenty I can win from you.
Here we are, gambling the fate of the world on the roll of a dice.
Literally. Yes.
Welcome to D&D.
Has anyone else got any ideas, or we just play another game?
Family doesn't know any of the games, so I'm no help.
Oh god.
Surely Asher has learned a few games over her many years of existence.
Sorry, Dom?
Surely Asher's learned a few games over her many
Asher
years.
has, Asher has definitely played all of these games before. Asher has 200 years in Valhalla. There's not a lot to do there other than fight, gamble, and do things.
Do people or games? Yeah, pretty much.
And drink.
I'll play with him.
Ah,
It's a terrible idea.
fresh luck. Well then, Asher Halivi Drotta.
Stand behind Asher, just kind of.
There is no appeal to you doing this anymore, and Asher's like, nope, nope, nope. Well then, if you're ready for this, shall we begin?
Oh wait.
Roll your 2d12s.
Yeah.
Matt, Tom, and Dom, if you could roll the flop.
Ooh. A 2.
A 2,
A 5.
All low.
5, and a 1. 2, a 5, and a 1. Interesting. Okay. Well, you saw how the game is played, Asher. Would you like to start?
I'll fold.
Interesting. Well, that's disappointing. He looks at his cards and just flicks them across the table to you, a 1 and a 3.
God damn it.
Had a 10 and a 3.
Oh.
No interconnections, nothing close and nothing high.
Well, that was a waste of time.
I didn't say I was done. I just don't want to play a game where I'm not confident I'm going to win.
Sensible strategy. I like it. Shall we go again then?
One last try.
Cards are shuffled and dealt out. Interesting. Matt, Laura, Ross.
Sure.
Please.
A 10 on the
Okay.
same dice as I rolled a 10 last time.
A 7.
7.
8.
And 8. I straight potentially this time.
Straight coming. Straight coming.
Gestures to Asher again.
Sorry, can I just get those numbers again?
A 10, a 7, and an 8.
I would like to play for everything you just took off of Kelata.
Going for the big bets right off the bat.
And what can you take it? Yeah.
Big bet right off the start. Very well. I shall bet for the heart of the one who you hold most dear.
Oh dear, here we go.
He's already got everything else from me.
Not you.
You going for the same joke as I did.
Yes.
Deal?
Very well. So all of Kelatar's stuff and the person that Asher holds most dear. You see on the table a small illusionary figure of your former partner. Noala. Tom, would you like to roll the 4th die, please?
Seven.
Another 7. Very well. I would wager that sword and your teeth.
Oh. Magic teeth.
And I would raise you your soul.
Straight for the soul.
Going straight for the soul, Gambit, I see. Interesting. Very well. I'll call. No, you know what?
I called it.
He looks at his cards again.
Sorry, what was the bet? I heard the soul.
His soul.
What was the other side of it?
The sword and her teeth.
Ooh!
I will raise this. I will take the soul prism that you have, which is designed to house my soul.
No, please, no.
I look at the people behind me.
If we don't succeed here, is there any point to having it?
I'm pretty much tied to you, Asher, so I will go with what you think is best.
I mean, there's no way to back out of it, is there? And the only way to make sure he doesn't get that now is to win.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So we gotta win.
Or Asher could fold
And lose
instead of
everything.
calling
I've
the
just
and
bet.
lose everything she's already bested.
But the Soul Prison would not be part of that because that was the
Okay.
challenge, effectively.
Understood.
It would only be part of it if Asher goes.
Cool.
And then, yeah.
I will take your soul and all of your magic.
Very well. I'll call. Tom, please roll the final die again.
Don't put it on me again. It didn't go on last time.
Okay, fine. Alan,
No,
roll.
it's fine. D12.
Yep.
A 9.
Oh! Well, I think we have defrocked each other enough, unless you have anything else you would wish to wager.
Tempting. I'd like to add a drink to celebrate my victory.
And the drink is immediately brought to you.
Oh,
And he weighs himself, and the goblet is brought before him, and he drinks from it.
showdown.
No more betting. Shame. Very well then. Reveal your cards.
10-9. Full house.
Hey, that's a full house or 2 3s of a kind.
Yes.
10 and 9. No, that's 2 pair.
Yeah.
2 pair, sorry. Yeah. No, I needed a 11 or a 7.
He reveals an 8 and a 6.
Ooh, that's a
Straight.
baby straight. Or
Baby
mid.
straight.
Which wins?
The straight always wins,
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh.
Yep. Straight was the.
Jesus Christ.
One more.
Oh,
Well, Asher.
Can't even remember what I bet.
Bellatar did. The person that you love the most.
Oh, Noala dies. Yep, sweet.
No. Nuala becomes his servant. As you see, she materializes upon the table.
damn.
It seems crazy compared with someone else, but
You also lose Shatterfang.
Yep.
The teeth, all of your teeth, in fact, not just the magical ones.
Yeah, I can live with that.
And the soul prism floats across the table to him.
Right, campaign over.
Yeah, go on.
Well,
It's like,
where do you up it from that?
we have no choice.
Yes. The next game. So everything that we bet so
Yeah, literally the only way is to try and get a half decent hand and then go absolutely insane on it.
Yeah.
And hope he folds.
Or
'Cause if he
loses.
folds, if he folds, he loses everything, and if he loses even more. Which is why I was trying to goad him into folding.
Any more before you depart this Fey realm.
Team huddle.
Have a choice.
Pardon?
Team huddle.
Okay.
Team huddle.
Okay. Do we just keep going in? Because at this point,
You have to keep going.
what's
Yeah,
the difference? Yeah.
yeah, we have
Yes.
Asher, I'd like to point out you no longer have teeth.
to.
Oh.
If it's imperative, then we keep going. The fate of the world relies upon it.
Could we maybe try a different game, as he seems to be rather good at this one? Does
Yeah.
anyone know any games?
Don't think we do.
I only know the other card game.
Kind of have to. Oh, can't sleep.
I don't know how to play, but you could bet on my behalf, it seems. Someone who knows how to play could bet my arms, for example.
It's a strange backwards casino where what you wager is what you want rather than what you're willing to lose.
Yes, I was just giving an example of the stakes.
The only thing.
The only other idea I have is to challenge him to a drinking contest and hope my resistance to poison lets me take that.
He seems to know everything about us. I doubt it.
Yes, and I doubt who'd fall for that. Or possibly a game of skill rather than chance.
The only thing I would say is that a dice game could be swayed.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Shut up, Karis Kelatar. Your voice is annoying.
It won't be able. We couldn't cheat here. In no way could it work.
If he finds us cheating, he probably kicks us out, and there's no way we can come back. In reaction,
So we have to keep going.
I think so.
So who wants to play again?
I'll play.
Ah, Mr. Shivola. Welcome to my table. Oh, let the cards fall where they may. That's cocked. Dom, Connor, Ross, please. There you go. Dom, you don't have to be the last person this time.
Yay!
One.
A one.
Wow. Go.
A
What's that?
2.
Okay.
11.
Oh,
Okay.
I think it was just straight on the table.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, okay, well, this is irrelevant.
That's where shit gets dangerous.
Was that
when there's
one-
an actual...
11.
A 1 and a 1, a 2 and an 11. I think I know what your starting bet is going to be.
Mhm.
Everything your friends wagered before?
That would be the sensible thing, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? Are you doing the sensible thing? Are you?
First thing I'll wager
Hmm.
is my soul.
Interesting. Very well then. I suppose it's only fair to put like with like. I wager my soul.
Dum dum dum.
Next card, please. Laura. Hello, last card, Matthew.
9.
A 9.
Oh god.
Who hasn't rolled yet?
Matt hasn't rolled yet. Would you like to discard one of your cards?
Sorry?
Would you like to discard one of your cards?
No.
Very well.
I was there. I went, no, because I'm 10 to 12. I got his hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had 2 12s. So. Very well. We have rather leapt to the chase here, haven't we? I would very much like that blade you have.
I'm sure you would.
Hmm.
I would like all that you have taken from my friends.
Very well. To balance it out, so to say, I will wager the secret of where your mother is.
What?
Excuse me?
I went to my mother's funeral.
Yes, you did.
Now you see, if you'd said father, I might have been intrigued, but
Next.
no, I'm pretty sure I know where my mother is.
So you call.
I think I need to raise. I will give you that shard back,
Which shard, sorry?
the crystal shard.
Soul prison.
That would that
Part
not
of what was bet.
under what you have already taken back from your friends?
In my mind, I assume the more personal things, their own abilities, their own body parts, their valued equipment. I assume you would wish to retain the prison.
I would. Very well then. I'll call the final card dealer.
Is a 9.
9. You strike me, Lira, as someone who has absolutely nothing to lose, but nothing to gain for yourself.
Oh, there there are things I could wish for, I doubt they're within your power.
Try me.
Ooh, would you be able to halt the enmity of my own sister? Would you be able to remove the duty I feel to my goddess? I feel like you probably could, but not in any way that would be really meaningful. So no, I don't think there's anything you can offer me.
Then we call. He turns over his cards. A 5 and a 10.
I can't even remember what the.
Turns over her cards. An 8 and an 11.
2.
11 wins.
There is a shocked silence as he looks at the cards. He had a smug, shit-eating grin as he turned his cards over, and then sees yours and.
There was no way you had God hands 3 hands in a row.
Let him monologue.
Well,
Asher gives a toothless smile.
well, fuck. As his body suddenly shrinks down and condenses and slams into the soul prison. Kalatar, your silver tongue returns back to you as the dragon scales thud you into the chest with the force of an eldritch blast. Actually, your teeth really painfully implant themselves into your mouth again.
I smile while this is all happening. You just see
the image of Noir that was stood there suddenly blinks confusedly and then
Doesn't mean nothing to me.
Wow!
Gotta reinforce it.
Belongs to me, but you mean nothing.
You don't know that.
Whereas Lyra, as everything rushes back and impacts into the soul prism, it floats across the table towards you, wrapped in a piece of parchment. You see the civilization that was the runic elements of Athena, which were the ones which are designed to contain the elements in the wild of the Fey, fighting against. You see the columns and the themes of the Parthenon, that sort of style, overtaking and being wrapped with vines that perish away. And as you look at the paper, it says upon it, "Your mother lives with your father. On the ancient city, lost to time."
Does it again look like Velamus's handwriting?
He does, yes. It appears that he has, whilst the cards were being dealt and you were thinking about it, he wrote this down as a security, so that should he lose, you would get the answer.
Does that mean anything to me? An ancient city lost to time?
You've heard rumours of some calamity that happened many, many eons ago, where one of the oldest of the Fey cities, whose name is long forgotten, was disrupted by a battle between the Seelie and the Unseelie court. But that would require a lot more research to find out anything significant about it.
I will take a deep breath and stand and turn to us. Right, was there anything else we needed here?
No, I think that was it.
I don't think so, but it seems he played fair.
Yes.
May we play again?
No.
Double or nothing. Absolutely fucking not. Let's leave. I hate this place.
Yes, how do we leave given that Fee left with the link?
Maybe we will have to wager for some kind of magical transportation.
I mean, I have some options, I think. Maybe.
Get one of you back. It'll be very painful.
How is the rest of the room reacting to this?
They are the ones that are just patrons have sort of just given up and have just gone back to the tables. The employees are stunned.
Yeah.
But they are sort of looking like, okay, we might need to find a new boss.
Doesn't this mean that Lyra now is queen and overruler of the fire army and the owner of a nice new casino?
Yes.
Yes.
I do believe you now own this nice establishment and have some. You have a large workforce to maintain.
I will find the nearest employee.
Yes, the satyr who brought you over to the table introduced you.
Promotion.
How's the day treating you, friend?
Well, I would say that my boss being sucked into a gem is an unusual development. It's not what I expected to happen this year. It's going to be interesting writing my annual review. That's not a thing we do here. It's just we turn up and we do things. Yes, that had happened, mistress.
So about that.
My apologies. I do not mean that in any subservient way. It's just what it's a habit. He wanted us to refer to all the gentlemen as Miss the Master, the ladies as Mistress. That is.
I'm very pleased to hear it. Not you habitually address people that way, that it was nothing personal.
No.
I find myself in need of some expedient egress from this place. What would you suggest?
Well, I mean, how did you get here? Could you leave the same way?
I don't know. We swam through a vat of wine at one point.
Oh, I see. When you say leave, you mean leave the casino rather than...
I mean, yes, we need to leave the casino. We do need to leave the Fey Wild as well.
Well, you could... There is a door over there. You could leave and depart from... It would take you to the ground floor. You could just
the ground floor of the master's tree?
Of the tree, yes. You could just leave.
I see. And when we get out, we hope that not too much time has passed, I expect. Yeah, I thought so. That door over there?
Yes, over there.
Thank you. Hope everything goes well.
Thank you. We'll keep you updated if you wish. We have a newsletter. Every so often we send out messages. We might have to send out one which is new management at some point.
Absolutely. I hope you find a suitable patron.
Great luck to you.
And to you, of course. And I'll. Yeah, there's a door there that should take us at least back to the tree. Maybe we can just walk out. Who knows?
I mean, I can cast plane shift, and that will get us all out of here.
Do you have any of the keys?
We have some items purveying from that land.
I think we have. Do we have the? I'm sure we have a material plane one, don't we?
You have something to. Yeah, Kafina had them.
Of course she did.
However, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that you did say you had gate earlier.
No, I said I had gate available to me, but we'd have to wait the next day if we wanted to implement that plan.
Understood.
Long rest in the pub.
Which we could also. We could.
I don't think that would be very restful, Leela.
We also need to be aware that the usual problem with the Fey Wild and time could be an issue there. It might be slightly different rules if we go back from the tree, because the tree is sort of encroaching on the real world. There may be some mitigating effects there.
You have a good point.
It was different when we did the hunt in the Fey Wild. That was the true Fey Wild.
Unless you know any archfey that are just kicking about.
Not any I would care to invite the attention of at this stage. I feel like we've pushed our luck enough for one day.
Definitely. Yeah, it sounds as if walking out through the tree is the best bet.
Hope that things on the outside the tree are that they just ignore us. Probably.
In the tree somewhere, he must have a way to get between planes, or did he just love this plane so much he never left?
I mean, he probably had magic.
I mean, there's no problem getting from the tree to the normal plane. We just walk. It's just there were lots of Fey troops around the tree who might still attack us. They might.
Lyra.
I assume there's still a captain about.
Lyra, if you know any teleportation circle sigils that you might be able to relay to me, I could take us there instead.
So the only one I know for certain, I think, is the one at Pariah Deep.
Yes. You had made notes of the various ones that are at the various Orionid guild halls.
Yeah.
But because a lot of them are across different planes.
But yeah, I mean, you can plane shift to a specific teleportation circle to make it more exact time.
It says.
But you still need the.
It just says alternatively you can.
Aren't the tuning forks listed on the actual
They are listed on the components.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, you could cast it to banish people, I suppose.
Yeah, I could just fire one person back, basically.
Yeah, I could do that. I could try that, and I would just stay here probably.
Okay,
no, you got yourself re-anchored to the material plane. You had that done a while ago.
Am I still?
Yeah, that lasted for 30 days, I believe, and it has not been that long.
Okay. Actually, I'll try and find the satyr I just said goodbye to again.
Yes, she is still sort of standing around looking for new patrons too.
Sorry, I don't mean to bother you. I don't suppose there's anywhere here that magical components for spells are available for sale.
Do you mean the Sky Mall?
Oh wow!
The Sky Mall.
We
do tell us more.
We do. We have it's considered the Sky Mall. We call it that because it's it's a shopping centre in the sky. In the upper branch of the tree, various things blow in from time to time where people can purchase certain goods. Would you like to have a lift?
We would very much appreciate that. Yes, I think.
Well, she waves her hand and a circle of air just lifts you all up and just takes you straight up. You feel like you're almost about to hit the ceiling and then just disappears, and you are now suddenly in the highest burrows of the tree, about well over a mile above the ground.
Getting a nosebleed.
But the way the trees are still thick enough, the branches are still thick enough that you can see that there are stalls that are set out by the leafage, and there's all sorts of things available. Particularly, most of the creatures that are here are either Aarakocra or owl folk, because they can fly and they can catch things.
Well, it looks like we're not walking out the door then.
But we can probably still get back to the door. It seems like there's some very expedient travel within the tree. But I just thought maybe there would be a chance of finding the materials we need for the plane ship spell.
There is a blink as a very small pixie just materializes next to you, seemingly having been invisible. Has anyone seen the Onward, the DreamWorks film?
Yes.
Yes.
It's one of those biker pixies, just a
Yeah.
very buff, unnecessarily muscular pixie with the sort of
Yeah.
like punk haircuts.
Yeah.
What can I do for you? What are you here to purchase? You here to buy something? You want to buy something? What are you looking for?
Oh.
Well,
Yeah?
He gets really close.
I lean back a little.
Hmm?
We are looking for tuning fork.
Musical or planar?
Planar, if possible.
Over there. And points over to a sort of tawny owl folk male who's just sort of stood there, rotating his head to just see if there's any patrons going, and occasionally looking up and reaching up with a net, catching something, bringing it down, shaking his head and just flicking it back into the sky.
We go over there?
Okay. You come over to the owl and goes, how are you?
My name is Lyra. And these are my friends. A pixie told us that we might be able to purchase a planar tuning fork from you.
Well, yes, you could. Where would you like to be going? I have many. And just lays out, just gets one of those sort of like like chef knives that rolls in a bundle and just flicks them out, and they just, and it just keeps going for a good 12 feet.
Right, we may even want to get more than one. Let's think. So, where do we need to go? We need to go to the material plane.
This one. Pulls one out and place it in front of you.
We need to go to the elemental plane of air.
This one. Place it before you.
The elemental plane of water.
Ooh. Pulls out another. Place it for you.
The astral sea.
Ooh. The head just rotates around and then the beak picks up another one. Place it in front of you.
Any others that we can... I suppose... No, perhaps not. Any others that people can think of?
We want to come back here. Not here, but no. We have no other business anywhere else.
I suppose I should ask, how much do you charge for these wonderful items?
Each of these would cost 250 gold a piece.
How many others?
There's 4 that you have chosen.
That's 600.
250.
Sorry, 250.
Yeah.
So that's 1,000.
So 1,000.
I'll pay it.
Okay.
Maybe a personal one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Could I have one for the Fey Wild?
Yes, and flourishes one that looks like a regular sort of tuning fork, but it is twisted in such a way that it looks like it's a vine that wraps around it.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll pay 250 for that one.
Mm-hmm. He then snaps his wing against the cloth, and it rolls up like a carpet, and comes back and tucks it away.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Cedric, perhaps you'd better take care of most of these.
Yes, please.
So where are you heading to?
The Winchester.
Should probably get back to where the army is, really.
The tuning fork's not on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They're not. You just have to write them in your notes, or you can put them as like an extra equipment.
Yeah, you can add items, for example.
Yeah. So where are you heading? Are you heading to the army, or are you to provide deep? You do not have a. You're not able to get back to Ms. Tumal from where you are. That is currently on the plane of fire.
Yes. Yes. Mm.
I don't mind where we go.
Excellent decision making here, guys.
I don't know. The army.
Are we just regrouping to make a plan? Are we going to go somewhere straight away again?
I think we're done with our solo hunts, are we not?
We don't need to rest up particularly after this, do we?
I don't think so.
I might. No, not really.
I prefer now.
So we can go wherever we please.
How many more soul gems have we got to fill?
4.
I think the first thing we have to do is get back to the material plane and find out how much time
Has
has
passed.
passed. So we need to go somewhere where there's people who can tell us how long it's last been since they've seen us or heard from us.
So that's somewhere like.
The last people to see us were in Wisdom.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I suppose we could go back to the helpful owl person and get another tuning fork for the fireplace.
You may do so if you wish.
Might be handy.
If you wish to purchase one, helpful owl will be helpful.
It might be best, especially as I took 2 people and they kind of returned.
They kind of died.
Yeah.
Or
Okay, another tuning fork is purchased.
eating through my gold.
All of it.
No, I've still got a few. There's a lot.
That'd probably be a better. Yeah.
I think head there and see what we've lost.
Okay.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Alrighty then. So, with that in
Hands.
gather around each other, and Cedric casts the plane shift, focusing on Ms. Tumal on the elemental plane of fire. You blink out of the Fey Wilds. And I need for everyone except for Lyra to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Yes, of course. Oh!
They get a +5 from being near me.
They do, yes.
Against
I
magic.
still don't think that's going to help. But okay.
No.
I think
You
I'll
have
be
your
diamond
D10 for the day
soling.
as well.
Your diamond soling, okay.
I may pass with the aid of Asher, but it's not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe. Just.
Your D10, yes.
19.
It's
Do
not
I
that
need
bad to forget, but it's just
to... 19.
19 Farming, Kelter.
24.
Asher.
22.
Cedric.
25.
Leela.
Is this with the +5?
You can choose to add your +5. Oh, with the Asher's +5.
5, yeah, must yeah.
33. I got a natural 20.
Yeah, fair.
You definitely don't forget.
Then you all remember your journeys into the
And what was the DC on that?
It's 10, isn't it?
like 10, but I upped it.
I overkilled it a little bit then,
So did Matt, but never mind.
I rolled an 8, but it gives me a 22 anyway, so I was pretty confident I have a +14 to wisdom.
I rolled an 8. I was thinking, I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 1 and then got 12 and then had the 5, 17.
So, with that, as you return from the elemental
Plane.
through the elemental plane of fire, that fourth visionary, now defeated in an unconventional way, but defeated nonetheless,
Enjoyed it.
you are now in a position of strength going forward.
Are we?
Well, they have lost 4 of their generals.
Okay. We're showing them. Yeah, we're coming for you.
And that's what we'll pick up next time.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay, gambling!
I still want to know how much time we've lost.
Yep, well, you're going to find that out next week.
I was convinced that a pair of 11s wouldn't be enough to beat him.
I was very convinced that a 2 pair of 9 and 10 would have been totally enough to beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, the high pair against you, and then the straight.
It was literally the only thing that could have beat me.
Yep.
Just because I know you like those juicy stats, Luke. You punched my heart rate from 69 to 132.
Yes.
While I was trying to figure out quick poker. It wasn't a bet. It was trying to figure out what I needed to get the absolute nuts, and I was like, I need a 7. If a 7 comes, I can't be beat.
So, full disclosure on that one, that is taken from a Silver Surfer comic book run by Matt Fraction, where Silver Surfer goes to a casino and effectively has a bet with the Grandmaster, and it's betting and betting and betting and building. And the way that they get around it is that the Silver Surfer bets that the Grandmaster can never play another game. He's not allowed to play games anymore, and he just folds. He's like, he had shit cards. Like, Silver Surfer had shit cards, but he couldn't risk it, so he just folded.
Interesting.
Well, that's why I did that immediately against you. My original hand was a 1 and a 6, and it was like, nope, that's just fucking out.
Well, I had 1 and a 3, so it wasn't much better.
Yeah, but that 1 and a 3 against a 1 and a 6, though, if I get something, you also get something.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think it was a 1, a 5, and a 2. So we both had a pair.
Yeah.
And then I had the makings of a straight. If a 4 came up, then you were screwed.
Yeah.
I sent Matt a message. I said, I need a 10, because I thought a run of 4 would be what I needed.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You got a 9. You nearly got it.
Yeah, not quite as good. My heart rate when I was in the midst of it went from 63 to 91. So I went, oh crap.
I had fun with that one. That was
fun.
I thought that'd be.
Appreciated the lack of violence.
I thought that'd be a nice way to deal with a different visionary. This guy is very different, and
you can't plan for that.
I thought it'd be interesting.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was like, no, we were all just like, there's nothing we can do. Like, this is pure luck. No one can fudge cards. No one can +5 cards.
Nope.
Like,
And it was the fact as well as like, oh, do we carry on? It's like, well, we can't fucking stop.
I got no shit. Then actually, it's like,
if Lyra hadn't made that last bet for him so interesting, he would have gone with okay, this is it. You leave the Fey Wild after this hand falls, and that's it. You're gone forever
Cool. That's it. Then we would
from the Fey Wilds.
we wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Nope. But Lyra made it interesting, so it made it worth his while to keep
It's the interesting part.
the various things that were coming out. It was the immediate all-in of my soul,
Ah.
which basically tied him into the game.
No, family.
Because, yeah, it immediately got his interest in the fact of how far is this person willing to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys. That was an interesting experience, and you'll be able to hug me later rather than sort of go, no, fuck off.
Not talk to you for half an hour.
Don't even look at me.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You two, you can also hug Luke later.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I could. Not sure I will.
No, I am warm.
You want to know what that does to your heart rate, Matt?
Sorry?
If you do, you want to know what it does to your heart rate.
Oh, we're all aflutter.
But yes, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Please do have a look at our Just Giving page for Raise Your Game for our charity push that we are doing for this month of October. Come back and join us on Monday, where Laura, Dom, and I will be playing Stone Age, worker placement game set in the past. So we'll be having a little bit of fun with that one. Gives Dom plenty of time to read the rules and find out what's going on. But no, thank you very much for joining us. Please stay with us and donate if you can for the wonderful cause that we are raising money for this time around. And take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. We'll see you on the internet. Thank you very much. Good night.
Bye.
Gamble responsibly.